Hey folks, here's another SPY update for this week, ending May 26th. Pretty good trading week overall. I made $600, bringing my total return just below 20% for the year. So hopefully that continues. I posted all my trade details on Twitter for this week, so you can take a look at that if you like. And then today I made $160 from my SPY trades, so I'm going to go over that and share why I sold and bought these calls and puts accordingly. So here's the chart for today. It's usually nice when there's a clear direction, and if you look at the blue line, which is the 21 EMA, this is looking at the 5-minute chart. Now you can see pretty much at no point did it go down today. So that kind of gives you a hint just throughout the day to put a bullish tilt on your trades. So looking at IB here, my first trade was this morning at 8:57, so that's around 12 o'clock. I sold a 419 call because I was a little bit bearish at that time. But as you can see, like 10 minutes later at 9:08, I decided to buy it back. Instead of being bearish, I kind of wanted to be cautious. So that was right here. So I sold a 419 call here because if I open up the MACD here, the MACD was going lower. It has crossed negative, and I thought this would be the high for the day back here around 10:45. I put in the trade at around 12, but I wasn't very confident about this trade because the price was still above the green line and the blue line. So even though the MACD was bearish, the moving averages were still acting as support holding the stock up. So that's why I only sold one 419 call. And like I mentioned, 10 minutes later, as soon as I saw that the top of this candle was higher than the previous candle over here, it means we're still kind of going up. So there's a chance that this top here will be taken out. So I decided to change tunes and decided to go bullish over here. So I bought two 419 calls, essentially closing out my previous short call and then adding another one. And that was the right move because the stock market went up. So my calls were worth more money. And a 419 call, 419 is right here where this purple line is. And then once we got over here, I decided to get out of that position. So overall, I lost about $10 through this 419 call, just buying and selling them. And then it wasn't until 115 here that I got bearish again, because you can see the MACD, not only is it below the signal line and heading down, but it's also diverging. So it's getting further away from the signal line. And that's a bearish signal, plus the price of SPY went below the green line and it closed below the green line, and the green line was rolling over. So those are all bearish signals. So that's why I decided to sell a couple of 421 calls. That was at 115. So that would be this one right here, 10:17 Pacific time. I decided to actually sell three 421 calls and made $21 per contract. And the reason selling these calls wasn't a lot of money is because 121, which is this top purple line here, it's quite a bit out of the money because at the time, SPY was trading at 419.5. So 421 is kind of up here. So basically the option would expire out of the money and I would keep the $21 as long as SPY stays below 421 by the end of the day, which it did. But I got a little bit nervous over here because the MACD crossed above the signal line and it's going up. Plus, we just took out the previous high of the day over here. So this is when I decided to maybe close my short calls and just buy them back. And then I decided to sell 419 puts instead, and 419 is down here. So that was the right call as the market continued to go up all the way until here. The MACD was crossing back below again, and also the 21 EMA is starting to head down. So this is when I decided to sell the 421 calls again. But because the market was going to close pretty soon at 4 p.m. over here, I decided to just leave my 419 short put because I didn't think it was going to go down all the way to this purple line here, essentially just having a short strangle where ideally I want SPY to close between 421 and 419, which is what happened by the end of the day. So the only SPY positions that I'm holding for today, May 26th, it expires today, and right now they are both worthless because the market is closed for the day. So the 419 expired out of the money, and the 421 also expired out of the money. The realized loss here, $35, was from when I sold the 421 calls here and bought them back to close over here. You can see this is slightly higher than that. So these call options were worth more when I bought them back when I sold them. But because I got back in over here, I was able to ride it out for the rest of the day and make the premiums from that, which was this $25 here. So I sold 4 of those, and that was pretty much near the end of the day, about half an hour before market closed. So that was this one right here. So that's basically been my strategy throughout this whole week, just looking at the MACD and controlling my risk. So, for example, this one I bought back, but if I didn't close this, and let's say the market just continued to head up, then I would lose a lot of money because these are all naked calls and naked puts that I was trading today. So a small win is better than a potentially big loss. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'll continue to keep you guys posted. Good luck with your investments, and until next time.